Welcome back to another episode of the Will Hill Show. Today I got another one of my comedic homies, Ty. Ty, tell the people who you are.
Oh, God. It's like that time when you're in a class and they say, talk about yourself. And
Right,
like, I don't know a damn thing about myself.
Who am I?
Looks at hands. I'm a comedian in the Chicagoland area. I know Will through the Riddles open mic that he hosts so beautifully every Monday at 8 o'clock. And I was really hyped to have you ask me to be on today.
Oh, man, no problem. Thanks for coming through.
Of course. I'm just psyched it's my day off.
All's well that ends well.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been doing comedy?
It's one of those things where you got to ask yourself, like, when was it just like me going to open mics?
Right.
Or was it me doing comedy?
When did you decide you was a comedian?
Well, I think I started going to like Riddles when I was like 17. Like when I was like, because it's, it was local to me. I'm from this area, and like I remember like bringing like a fake ID and everything. Like not even able to grow facial hair because I went to a private high school, so like there was no way to like up my face. But they didn't obviously care, and I went there, told some jokes, and then I started doing open mics elsewhere at like my college and everything. And then once I got out of college, I started doing the Chicago scene. So 8 years, yeah. To answer your original question. Sorry,
to answer your question.
but back to the original thing, 8 years. 8 years of a lot of trial and error.
You remember like your first joke?
Yeah, it's pee shivers.
Who?
You know, pee shivers? You ever get the shivers when you're peeing?
No.
You don't? Just me? See, this is why it was that first joke. It got scrapped really early. But it's one of those things where, like, I'm a kind of guy where I guess I haven't had iron in my body ever. So, like, like, you'll be peeing and, like, you'll be like, and, like, all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, I got to clean up now. And, like, yeah, see, yeah. It's a very 17-year-old joke, you know what I mean? But, like...
No, you can do that now. Obviously, I would laugh.
Yeah, like, it also kind of goes into, like, you get pee shivers, then you get, like, life shivers. Like, you experience some shit that makes you go, like...
Yeah, no, I think everybody get like the cold chill every now and again.
Yeah, like I always say, like a ghost just gave me a proctology exam, like like because I do everything too hard.
Curtis, you ever had pee shivers? No.
I like how he's like, never once in my goddamn life. But like, it sounded like those people like I laugh with my whole body, so don't make me laugh when I'm peeing. Don't make me shiver when I'm.
You ever sneeze while peeing?
No, but it's really good because I'm one of those motherfuckers that sneeze and like shake the camera. Like I'm one of those people where like I lose a memory every time I sneeze. Like it's bad. If you talk to anybody I know in my life, they will like, yeah, Tyler, yeah, he's a loud ass sneezer. Because it's so bad because I think
I've heard you sneeze once.
Yeah, like in Riddles, just out of like a gunshot in the dark.
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's literally that. It's so bad. And like when I try to like hold it in, this is not a joke. People always think I'm joking. As a comic, sometimes you gotta clarify. But like whenever I try to quiet up a sneeze, I will get a nosebleed. I'll be like,
no.
How are you doing? So like that's why like now I'm just gonna be wild and abandoned. Some people are proud and unapologetic of their personality traits. I'm just unapologetic about how I sneeze.
So, like I said, I've known Ty for a while from doing comedy. This is the first time I've seen you without a bow tie.
I should have like wrote in a piece of paper, where's the bow tie, and taken it out to say like I knew you were gonna say that. How did I know? I take it out. No, yeah.
Like a magic trick.
I wear bow ties.
David Blaine.
Check behind your ear. No, but like yeah, I wear bow ties all the time. Yes, it's a complex.
It's a complex.
Yeah, exactly. Like I wear it all the time because when I was young and I'm full of dumb ideas. It was the way I became memorable, and also like I used to be way more barrel shaped when I was growing up. Like when I was in high school, I was at least like 60 pounds heavier. So like when I didn't like how like long ties really just showed how much of an oblong I really am. And a bow tie is like it makes you look less rotund, and it also is people weirdly like bow ties when they see them. Like it's something you pick up on because they're
you good.
No, I was like, oh no, my no. Because bow ties are just like an unscripted enough part of your life where people like I work at Starbucks, so like other people go, honey, come here, look at this. And it's so weird, but like it's something that stands out. And when you're doing stand up in Chicago amongst 50 other people that look exactly like this, you kind of have to find some way to like kind of stand out in some way. And then also my name's Tyler, so Bo Tyler. It's easy.
Oh, okay.
Everyone, it's funny. I did that intentionally, but every time I tell people that, they're like, I never thought of that. And I'm just like, damn it. What a missed opportunity.
Dude, with the way cancel culture is and all the shit going on with Dave Chappelle, do you think comedy is like more difficult to do versus, let's say, like a decade ago?
I mean, here's the thing. I think the only real change is the fact that like really, like, you know the phrase, you can't say anything anymore?
Right.
I think that's bullshit. I think it's always been bullshit. You've always been able to say anything ever. You just got to have a good enough reason to do it. And also, you got to be the same people that get mad about not being able to say anything. They're just mad about being held accountable in any way, shape, or form. And it's like, you could choose to not give a shit, like Chappelle. And look at him. He's doing great.
Right.
But there's all these comics who are like, you can't say anything anymore. I'm like, who told you that? Someone you respect? I doubt it. So I think that, like, the only difference between 10 years ago and now is, like, you could be recorded more. So you got to be a little bit more aware that, like, you know, you might end up getting recorded. Maybe like you threw your
open mic 2-minute bit could go viral because
and destroy you or
shit.
make you.
Right. It depends on how strong you are, how strong will.
Like,
were you forced in the fire?
Yeah. He's like, you know how many bad jokes I had to make before someone saw it on Facebook at 2 a.m. taking a shit. You know, because that is the difference. Is like, I feel like the only thing that's really harder about stand-up now is the saturation.
Yeah.
You know, I think there's been an uptick in people that want to try stand-up in the last 10 years.
Especially because of COVID.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. So
I love from COVID all the people who became comedians via Zoom now trying to get on stage.
See, starting with Zoom, that's some rough shit. See, I liked the Zoom comedy part because I was a comic before it, and I was able to kind of bring a lot of the stuff that I picked up and kind of apply it to Zoom. Like, I was doing shit by, like, making funny stuff in the background of my, like, shot.
Yeah.
Like, I did bedroom sets during COVID because I was losing my damn mind, and I was just writing stuff, and I thought, like, every Monday I'm gonna post like a 6-minute video of material.
Right.
And it was kind of like nice because it sucked when you're performing to silence. But it's kind of like, this is such a weeb thing to say, but like, it was kind of like performing in that, like, 10 times gravity shit. You know what I mean? Like,
hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah, the hyperbolic rhyme chamber. Hyperbolic shebang bang. No. It's a shout out to Team 4-Star if you're a fan. But like, no, yeah, like, I feel like it was kind of like, I can totally get why some comics were just like not feeling Zoom comedy. I can understand it. But when they say like wholesale it's not possible, I'm always like, come on.
No, it was most definitely doable.
I had more gigs in Zoom than I had during COVID than I had in a year of just doing live stuff because so many people were just like, hey, we have a Zoom thing, come on.
Right. I think you were obviously just more accessible to the rest of the world at that point, right?
Oh,
anybody from anywhere could be like, hey, hop on my Zoom. So the opportunities were quite honestly endless.
Oh yeah, which is ups and very downs sometimes.
Right.
You know, it's all about the give and take, which is why, like, is it harder than 10 years ago? Yeah, but there's also easier in a lot of ways too. So, you know, which I think is just like the point of technology.
Right.
You
So
know?
let's get all the way into the bullshit and get on what's with the shits with Dave Chappelle. And like, I guess my thing now, this would be the second week that we talked about this.
Yeah, right.
My thing now is
Maybe the last.
maybe the last. Yeah. Well, whatever. Because if some more shit come out, I want to talk about.
I mean,
it.
my mom.
We'll call it the Will Hill Show for that. No, whatever.
No. It's my goddamn idea. If this becomes the Dave Chappelle Talk Hour, it's gonna become the Dave Chappelle Talk Hour.
Is your name on the chalkboard?
Partially. Dude, this is something that happened to me on the topic. Like, one, I was telling you earlier, my mom referred to him as Chappelle, and it took me like 40 seconds into the conversation for me to realize who she was talking about. But apparently, he endorsed J.K. Rowling or something. You heard about this too?
I watched it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I mean, like, it's like.
No, see,
because she was under the fire too, and that's like
he didn't endorse her. He spoke about it, said his opinion.
That's why it's like but people are talking to me like it's an endorsement, so that's why I'm like, what? You know,
right?
Like, it's
not
getting
like she's
twisted.
Running for some type of political stand or some shit.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, why do you think an hour-long special that's called The Closer? Is like, why do you think? Why it's not on Fox News, dude? It's on Netflix, and you're watching it stoned at 2 a.m. It's not. You're not supposed to get your political substance from that. Go watch C-SPAN. Get out of here. You know?
No, but then like they had to walk out. The people walking out,
Which
right?
like,
and then you seen them protesting, right?
The Netflix employees, I think.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
The
yeah.
walkouts. That's the stuff that I hear, and I'm kind of just like, okay.
I don't. I guess as of right now, I really don't know what they're fighting for. What is the walkout for? You know what I'm saying?
So they want Dave Chappelle to take they want Netflix to take the Dave Chappelle special.
No, hold on, wait, because they said they're fine with it being up now, apparently. Compromise.
Shocker. But no,
right, they're fine with it being up. So what else is it?
Well, I think it's more just like I know like the people that walked out when they were all sitting around a table discussing like what are we going to try to like get out of this. I feel like a lot of it was the awareness, because that's the whole thing about a lot of the stuff they do is they're just trying to get people to hear that they are not okay with it, which, you know, like the only real argument that I think is valid that isn't the one being thrown around, it's just the one that I think is valid, is like Dave is a hugely influential person.
Right.
And the things he was saying wasn't necessarily hateful, it was just his opinions. He's not sitting on an actual soapbox like with a Bible saying like these are the universal facts.
Right.
He's like, no, these are just my thoughts, and that should be the end of it. But like one of the things that like some people who are anti-Dave saying it, they're kind of saying like he's an influential person. There's a lot of idiots out there that are being emboldened by his words, but he can't be held responsible for that.
He didn't
is my
incite anybody. He didn't tell no one to attack anyone. I heard them saying that he put trans lives at risk, and I'm like, how? At what point?
Yeah, like he's not. There ain't no January 6th. Like, he can't hold a candle to January 6th. So that's why, like, and there are people drawing that comparison, and that's the people that I go, ha ha.
Right.
No.
What's your second?
No, I was saying like it was just like last week. That was last week.
Yeah, with Jordan.
Well, I was saying like, give me a quote that specifically was a danger or was hate speech.
Right.
From the special. That's all I want.
And it's just one of those things where it's just a simple thing being conflated into something else, where it's just a comedian who, and like here's the thing, like my real like only thing that even comes close to like an issue with the special is that like it's like talk about something new, you know? God damn, that's my controversial take.
Yo,
is like
it's like at what point do y'all understand he's a comic?
Yeah,
and he's going to do this. Because the last 3 specials he dropped, it was some type of fucking outrage, and it's like, what the fuck? So I was on the internet actively looking from someone who I want to say represents the community to say what he did that was wrong. Right? I was looking for, because as of right now, I'm Team Chappelle. Right?
No, yeah, I mean,
I'm down for free speech. It was, to me, there was no hate speech there. You know what I'm saying? He didn't inherently say trans. You good? He didn't say trans. Like you said,
he didn't say anything that would be like, because also it's like you got to just think about the medium of it. It's a comedy special.
Right.
It wasn't an hour long. Let's talk about what we're all gonna do.
It's not a TED talk.
No, yeah, that's the word. Yeah, TED talk. I was just dancing around the fact that I couldn't think of the word TED talk. But like, no, like, yeah, he wasn't doing a TED talk. He wasn't inciting anything besides doing the thing that he has quite literally been doing since the early 2000s. Except now it's just being pulled focus to it. And also, like, the biggest argument that he's been making and anyone's been making is, you can just hit back. If it's on your PS4, hit circle, bro. Like, it's all you gotta do.
So like, but then like some girl. Wait, don't let me not. I don't know the pronouns. Someone had said, "Oh, Netflix, if you care about trans people, give them a raise right now." I say, wait, what? A raise on what basis? Just because they're
that's
part
like
of the
when
trans community? Yeah. I'll buy a blue and yellow, blue and purple, blue and pink flag. Give me a raise. You know what I'm saying?
That's the part where like that becomes something that I feel like is just so much. It's so far and in between from just a comedy special.
Right.
How did that meme of like a guy hitting a domino and it's like small action and then like all the action, like how did it go from comedy special to like the trans community is demanding a raise at Netflix? It's like, how did we get from A to B? Like, I can probably understand like the like roadmap if someone explained it to me, but like when I hear like just those 2 instances, it's literally like I'm playing a guessing game and like, how did these connect?
I don't see how it connects. I don't see how you being let's say in their turn offended comes out to you getting a raise at your job.
That's exactly like one of the points of the people who are very anti it, because it does kind of just boil down to that, because it's almost like, are you guys asking for compensation for a comedy special? Because at the end of the day, that's what you're asking for on paper. Like, when, let's say they go forward with it, some dude, some accountant, some person in the cog of that machine is going to have to fill out that paperwork, and he's going to be like, what? Like the entire time. So like that's why, like, and also like I said, a lot of the demands and a lot of the things that are happening, they're not necessarily things they expect to get. They're just things that they say to make it so that it's covered in the headlines and the awareness can get spread. Which I mean is a method.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
If you feel you're being underserved socially, I guess.
If you feel like you are a group that's being discriminated against then there should be some type. You shouldn't be completely quieted. You know?
Right,
You shouldn't be
100%.
silenced that at all. But like, it's just one of those things where a Chappelle talking about stuff that you don't agree with isn't comparable to trans people. Like, for instance, like if you're trans at Netflix and you're getting paid 80%, yeah, we talk about getting paid more because that's
Right.
fucked up. But if it's just like the fact that like right now a thing that is popular in the company that I'm working for is doing anti-views of me, like I can understand how that hits you wrong.
Right.
But to think that like it
They're
didn't.
gonna work for Hulu.
Yeah, I mean, that's yeah. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's like, I mean, there's apparently a worker shortage. Apparently, I hear. I've been
Everybody's hiring.
I've been doing a job search for 2 months, and okay, if you say so.
So the person that they have leading the talks, of course, the moment you enter a spotlight to oppose somebody, the first thing they do is dig into your social media past, right? And
Tweet from 2005.
Of course, they find all these Asian hate things in her fucking Twitter, some hate speech. It was hilarious.
Who they find that from?
Have you seen the people protesting?
Yeah, I see.
It was a lady in white talking.
I did not see that.
No, I didn't see that either.
It was a lady in white. She was doing most of the talking.
Okay.
She's part of the community. She's trans. And I forgot her name. It was to me at that point, it was just not important enough. But yeah, so
I like how this will we have like a text pop up. It was this, by the way, or something like that. But no,
yeah, no. And so they like I said, once you step into that spotlight, you're open to all your social media history. And like I said, they found so many anti-hate, like Asian hate things that she had typed out. Basically, like, how the fuck are you Asian and can't drive? Like, how the fuck are you Asian and can't do
Oh, my
this?
God.
These fucking Asians, like, legit. And I'm like, how? Now you stand on this soapbox.
yeah, right. It's
Now
exactly.
Dave Chappelle has a leg to stand on with you because he's married to an Asian
No, I
woman.
was just about to say. Yeah, that's almost like him reading that, going, "Honey, come here."
Oh wait, the lady who was like, "Oh, we reached out to Dave Chappelle, but he hasn't got back, so now we're talking to Netflix." Y'all ain't seen that?
What do you think? Would you slip into his DMs? Like, what you do? Like, what do you?
Right, but then like Dave Chappelle came out with a statement, was like, "Oh no, I will most definitely have a conversation with this person."
He would. I'm sure when they heard that, they were like, "Oh no."
Right.
He
no.
he is a very skilled conversationalist, and I know that would definitely be him and his element, and they probably recognize that. So
This shit's dumb.
Like,
so
yeah.
wait, okay, so just to like quickly piggyback off that, is it me or have you seen like an uptake in mics where they're only looking for trans and non-binary comics?
like they're like seeking them out.
Yes.
Or I mean,
I've seen some where they was like, these are the only people we want. Or I've seen some like, okay, everybody can apply, but trans and non-binary
Like
are
at
getting
first
preference.
grab.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, what the
that's
fuck
a
is
little
that shit?
That's a little like one would you kind of go like, well, all right. I mean, like you hear that and you're kind of like, well, that seems a bit much, because at the end of the day, like it's one of those things where equality and special treatment become this like weird Venn diagram that we gotta
Right.
make sure we keep, because it's like I can understand like they think in our current times where you guys are, you know, like, because here's the thing, it has to be quite fucking rough to be a trans person in comedy right
Yes,
now because of the debate. So
100%.
like I imagine like I can see the really like naive like open mic hopers go like, I'm an ally, let
Right.
me help you. But at the same time, like if I was a trans person, I'd be like, you're giving me more of a spotlight than I probably want then, because imagine being a person who's trans and getting to go first in a mic and everyone who's bumped behind you knows why.
No,
That
right.
puts you in a weird position,
Right.
especially if they are fully aware of what's happening too. So like I don't know, like I can't
Especially,
speak
like, to me,
for
like
it.
if you're like trans and wants to be perceived as your new identity, you know what I'm saying? Because some people are trans and fine with people knowing they're trans, other people are not. So again, like you said, it puts them in the spotlight that they might not necessarily want to be in. But then, like, I guess my hopes for comedy would be you put funny people up. You know what I'm saying?
Call me nuts, but like yeah.
Crazy idea.
Crazy idea, but like, gosh, you know, I mean, jeez, could you got? My thing is like the concept of ordering a mic by order of funny scares me, because I'd be like, man, I'm number 27. This is bullshit. But like, no, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where that kind of like thing where like, you know, they give them a preference.
Yeah.
Like I from my perspective looking in, trying to understand what that would be like from a trans person perspective, I feel like that would put me in a spot that would make me deeply uncomfortable. Like I hate it if I showed up to a mic, even if it was just a person I know, and whenever I'm bumped, I'm always just like,
Right.
So
right,
like
no,
I
100%.
never want to be a bumper. You know, like that's my
Also,
thing.
like I be, obviously I'm looking for mics all the time, and they got all the Google forms
Everywhere.
I've seen it where it said only trans and non-binary people.
Really,
apply.
that's absolutely.
And I'll say
interesting.
what? Like,
If I saw that, I would kind of just be like, okay, because I
Right
mean,
out
like,
of it.
would it be
Like-
how funny would it be if like you do that and like you just never get one for like 6 months and be like, well, I tried, like or something, like like because that's such a weird.
At the
call.
risk, no, I'm not even gonna say it. I'll say it off camera. I was gonna say something.
Just do a cut right here, like, beep, and then it cuts back.
No, I don't know. I think that's ridiculous. I thought.
I think it's
the
just
whole point-
reactionary too.
But I thought the whole point was inclusion.
Yeah, exactly.
Now you exclude people.
Like I said, it's that Venn diagram of, making sure everyone is on equal footing and also like the special treatment. And I feel like the special treatment is just currently reactionary. Like you were saying, like week 2, give it up for week 2 of the Chappelle discussion. And I think there's just a lot of comics that are like, they're doing it because it's I don't want to say trendy because I feel like that undercuts it, but like
Yeah.
it's in the consciousness of comedy right
Yeah.
now, and they're just doing it, and it kind of seems short-sighted because it just seems like
But I think it's everywhere though. I've seen.
It doesn't help the call. Their cause.
Yeah.
Again, if the thing was inclusion, this does not help to me. Because
Inclusion
I've
and
seen,
special treatment are different.
I've seen it and other things too. They was looking for an artist, trans and non-binary only apply. Like what?
Yeah, that would hit me wrong. Mostly just because I kind of feel like, like
All right, like you know what I'm saying? Like
first of all, need not apply. Just like that's for like like that's kind of like what was that thing where like you hear it like there's if you go to any person that's like Irish or from Boston, they'll have that Irish need not apply sign on their house to be like we get it, and it's like no you don't. It's weird energy.
let's move on to some more dumb shit. New York woman sues Kellogg's over strawberry Pop-Tart not having enough berries.
Bro, where you be finding these people?
I'm sick of not talking about it.
Because it's funny.
Because last week it was the lady sued Geico.
Sue Geico for getting an STI in the backseat of a man's car.
And this-
I just want to be in that court when I'm like I want to be there for the discussion. I want to be there for the lawyer going, I can't believe I'm here right now.
Right.
Because what? For the Kellogg one, at least I can kind of like, listen, I agree with what she's fighting for. But should it be fought for? Like, I agree with the sentiment. I have Pop-Tart shortcomings too. But like still, man.
It's a oops all crust.
This is bullshit. You're biting into a brown sugar Pop-Tart, and it's empty, and you're like, today's going to be a shit day.
All brown, no sugar.
Have either one of y'all ever bought a bag of chips that was just air?
You make a boat out of it? Like,
Oh,
like
yeah. No chips?
I bought a bag of chips one time, and I opened it, and I was like, "What the fuck are the chips?"
They ate the chips.
No, it was sealed.
Yeah.
It was sealed. It was full of air. I
Damn.
paid for air.
Jeez.
I just picture like a guy at like the plant whose job is to kind of like was like, fuck. Well, I guess there's gonna be a couple duds. Like that's what I
Is the
picture.
chips here? I don't know.
I don't get paid enough for this. Cause like no, that fucking there's a guy like I saw this. This is a meme from like 2009, so I'm gonna have to dig deep. But it's like there's a guy who made a boat out of like Frito-Lays to kind of go like it's too much air. Like, like he's like floating on like a boat, and he's just like he made a paddle boat out of it. And he's just like, be better. Like I'm like all right.
But no, to sue them for it not being enough. Okay, how did you measure the amount of berry in the Pop-Tart and decide this is an illegal amount and I need to sue them?
The judge asked them that question. She's like, I'm happy you asked. I applied the scientific method.
And also, it's not real berries. It's a fucking Pop-Tart. It's
Yeah.
all
That
artificial
shit is
preserve.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, one of her bullet points was, how am I supposed to get my nutritional value? It's like, you're not.
It's all artificial preserve. And so she's suing Kellogg's for not enough berries in her strawberry Pop-Tart. I love America. What can you not sue for? You could sue for any
That's the thing, though. That's a good
legit
question.
reason. I'll take that. Okay, now the thing is, we talked about a little bit earlier, you can sue all you want. Whether you win is the
Right.
question.
Right.
But to even be brought up on allegations like this is ridiculous to me.
There's a reason Judge Judy has been on the air for as long as she has. Like straight up, like bro, like you ever just tuned in to a random episode of Judge Judy? Jerry Springer wishes he could with some of the drama that's in that crap, because it's like not Jerry Springer where like everyone's like they encourage outbursts and ridiculous behavior.
Right.
Judge Judy, she's running a tight fucking ship. These people have to be like talking about like, and then he broke my TV with a sledgehammer, and the person, and then it just cuts to the dude and he's just like in a suit like. It's pure comedic gold all the time, and like half the time she's usually like, and it's really funny because she is like the epitome of like a boomer, where like anybody has any type of like problem and she's like, shut up.
Right.
And it's just like, all right.
We went through a famine. No, I lived through the Dust Bowl.
God,
now I'm curious of the control of, let's call it the experiment of how she figured out it was too less of a
Very right.
And what was the control? What did you take?
What was the control group?
Did you buy a bunch of
You got like some off-brand ones.
and compare it to this? Or they got more?
Coat them open, flip them open.
Had her friends come
Scrape
in.
it off and weight it.
Right.
Double blind study. Make your friend put on a blindfold. Like, did this feel like enough berries?
What? Like, it's insane. It's just insane that you could up and sue for stuff like that.
Now I just want to sue for something stupid just so I have something to do on a Sunday.
That's
you know?
like when all the people sued McDonald's a while ago for making them fat. Y'all remember that?
You know what? America's freedom makes people believe that personal responsibility doesn't exist.
You're right.
No, yeah, accountability is dissolved with acid for the last like 20 years. Like the last real McDonald's suit, like the last like real one was like when the water was like so hot for this woman's coffee that like when she like stopped her car real quick, like the lid came off and like melted skin.
Jeez.
Like, you know, like if you go to like I work at my Starbucks and like it only like the water only goes to a certain temp because of that lawsuit.
Damn.
Like, it was widespread. And then like you compare that woman who like had some of her thigh melt compared to these people that are like Starbucks made me fat, or McDonald's made me fat, and you're like, that person's probably sitting in the jury room like, this motherfucker. Like, you know, like
sitting at court eating Burger King.
yeah, right.
McDonald's made me fat.
Got a fucking eggnormous burrito, like, yeah.
Yeah. Now I only eat at Burger King.
Dude, Burger King,
6
let's all
times
be
a
real.
day.
Let's talk about it. I'm sick of not talking about it. Burger King kicks McDonald's ass, and I'll take that to court. Because frankly, if you really think about quantity and everything, they have like they're freaking $1.49, 8 nugs, and they're okay nugs. Like, and like you freaking, I went to Burger King last night, spent $5, and I felt terrible afterwards. That's how you know it's the right amount of food. Like, if you ever seen like the egg, if you have ever had an eggnormous burrito,
Oh yeah, no, they're amazing.
it takes a dump on anything McDonald's breakfast can bring to the table, in my opinion.
100%. As a professional fat boy, I approve of this message.
And as a former fat boy, I miss Burger King so much. Oh man! And also,
Baby, come back. No.
well, also I feel like Burger King also has better, like, I shouldn't say better because I feel like there's a criterion that's wide, but I feel like I will always vibe more with the Burger King drive-thru person. Like I go to a McDonald's drive-thru, they throw the McChicken at my face like, oh sorry, here's your money. Burger King dude will hit up and go like, you want to hit this, bro? And I'm like, I do. You working the night shift, bro? Like,
How did you know?
there's a difference. Then you go to Wendy's and they like don't even make eye contact. Not that I want it, but like I don't know. It's just weird. Like there's every single fast food place carries a completely different vibe, and honestly,
100%.
half the time it's not even like what I'm hungry for. It's just what I can take. at the
See,
time.
now, I mean, I'm pretty sure I've said this several times, but like when it comes to picking the Harold's, the ruder the Harold's, the better the food.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got a Harold's like in the South Loop now, and they friendly as fuck, and I don't trust it. Like,
So, naturally,
y'all
it's
ain't
fine.
got no good food in there. Fuck that. No, y'all sound like y'all work at Chick-fil-A. I'm not eating at that Harold's. I want to go to Harold's.
Chick-fil-A.
I go to it's a Harold's up the street from my house, and I called there one time, and the phone was ringing. I was like on my way, coming like from my other job, so it was gonna take a while. I tried to call ahead, and I know they ghetto on there, so I'm like, all right. I call, put it on speaker, and I'm just driving. And after like maybe a minute, which is apparently it was a long time for somebody's phone to be ringing, the girl picked up and go, "Thanks for calling Harold's, we busy," and hung up. I said,
So you were like, damn, this food's gonna be
"This
amazing.
food's gonna be bomb."
I think I saw like a post. It was like, it might have been you who said it. Isn't that the one that like Kanye drove his car into or some shit? Like someone told me.
Yeah, he did. The one on 103rd.
Like, I saw a post on that and I was like, that is a good criterion.
Kanye did what?
He crashed to the Harold's on 103rd and Halsted.
He did?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Go up in there.
I know it's a video of him, GLC, and Cousin Bang about to ride on some old wino looking logs.
Yeah.
I gotta show y'all the video.
I'm
Yeah,
very intrigued.
He,
Kanye wasn't about to
through
do
the wire,
shit.
through the wire, he
Yeah.
was in a car accident, Right there, 130 Halsted.
Wow. I remember I read that and it didn't process because I was like, what? That's insane. And then I think about it more and more and I'm like, wait, no, it's not that insane.
I would say if you go in there, they got a album of 808s and Heartbreaks. They got this platinum album up in there.
That's
I
dope.
wouldn't suggest you go in there. I
understand.
You need a black escort.
Uber Eats. No, yeah. No.
Not even.
No, I mean, you're like, Tyler, they'll see the name. This is for Tyler. And they'll be like, oh, I got it.
Because I can almost guarantee you have not experienced nothing like that in your life.
Oh, that like Harold's of that quality?
Yes.
Or, no, I mean, you would be right.
Of that whole entire thing.
I mean, I've been to Harold's, but
it's still a CD DVD man in there. Sitting who still buy bootleg DVDs?
He's like, listen, you want to get an 8-piece and you want to pick up Failure to Launch, you know?
Hey, I still ride the red line, so I be seeing everything.
Yo, yes.
Dude, I took the red line a couple times because I went to the...
How far? Wait, how far?
35th and Michigan into the city. And then, of course, the one midway stop all the way to 35th and Michigan because I went to De La Salle Institute. Right up Brownsville area. And, I took the red line. I have a red line story that I love because it was such a beautiful, crazy, over-the-top moment. It was... I was sitting on the red line and just chilling there, and a person sits down next to me with like a big bag, and I'm like, okay. and they start to proceed to make a sandwich. Now, when I say make a sandwich, I don't mean like they were like, let me throw, like they took out a cutting board. I thought I was looking for cameras. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like 14.
What
right?
would you do?
Yeah, right. Yeah. And they take out a cutting board, a loaf uncut because the cutting board, and they start to cut down a loaf of bread. They take out various cheeses and some salami, spread that shit nice and thin, and then a mayo jar. I'm like, this is when you look around is this peyote kicking in? What's going on?
Anybody else see this?
Anybody else seeing this? And of course, no one's on the car. So I'm thinking this person's probably gonna make a sandwich and then kill me. But they're making the sandwich, mayo making it, and then they eat it, and I'm just sitting there, just kind of like. And I think I remember because I was just an awkward 14-year-old. When I finally made eye contact while they were chewing, because that's when it happened. I just went. But I love the red line because obviously probably most of the times I took the red line was just the 35th stop down just to get to the heart of downtown to just see random shit because I went to a school where I had friends from all parts of Chicago because it's just that. And the red line was always just so fun because you just always see crazy shit, whether it was kids jumping between trains. I'm always thinking I'm about to watch a death. You know what I mean? Because these guys were always bold. They weren't just okay, we're going on a straight line. This will be easy. They'll be like, hey, dude, hurry up. The turn's coming. Yeah. And I'm like, I can make it. And I'm like, I'm about to watch a Final Destination scene happen right in front of me.
So, as a kid from the South Side, it was always weird to see white people still on the train after 35th.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Still to this day.
To this day. No.
To this day. No, anytime I'm on the train and shit, I don't go down to 95th no more. I'm from there.
95th. I don't go on 95th because my brain can't handle traffic of that ordeal. It's terrible.
Yeah, I just suggest no one does.
If no one did, the
95th
traffic
to Dan Ryan, don't do that. Just I know it look nice now. They added more lights just so people can see you and rob you better. But just
my dad was so bold because my dad worked at my high school, so we would drive to 35th in Michigan, right near Sox Park, Yeah. And when the Dan Ryan was backed up, my dad in his 2016 Taurus, the year was like, well, we can just cut through Englewood, and I mean, I'm like, okay, and every time we did, I was always just kind of and my dad just bold as fuck, driving and there'd be times I'd be looking at it and people would look at me and they would see me with a bow tie in a car and go I was always amazed by how many looks could be you lost just non-verbally look at me and go you lost, but no, yeah, that was always a really crazy thing, and I didn't even really realize how crazy it was until years afterwards because my dad was always so well, I guess we're just doing this.
I mean, that's the best way. If you're gonna do it, just go ahead and do it. It's not a
ride
sightseeing.
racing.
Yeah, just go. All right. On to the next level of bullshit here. I had just seen a video where this girl proposed to a man. How would you react if you're dating somebody? Y'all go out to a dinner. It was from her family, her dad and stuff was there. Everybody was there. She proposed And he was like, nah.
See, here's my thing. Like, do I think the idea is outrageous? Not necessarily. But
I think it is.
Well, here's my thing. For me personally, I like it's just like I'm the kind of dude that's like if I do like a proposal, it's gonna be the most ridiculously over the top bullshit. Like days planning, maybe a flash mob. Like I'm talking crazy shit. So like if I was that dude and like imagine like you just dropped a $600 deposit on like a big thing, and then at dinner one night she's like, "Will you marry me?" I'd be like, I mean, yeah, but you owe me $600 fucking dollars in this deposit. But like, here's the thing,
non-refundable.
because I have a joke that like one of the earlier jokes I would say would be like for gay couples that shit must be some like spy versus spy shit with proposals because it's anyone's game. There are no gender roles in a gay couple when it comes to like who's gonna propose first.
Right.
So I feel like I would be messing with my partner so much with that. Like I'd be like they come home from work and there's like rose petals. And lead them to the bed, and they're like, "Oh damn, what's gonna happen?" And then all of a sudden, like when they get in the room, it's just the garbage. It's like, take that shit out. But like, I feel like what sucks with that situation is since there is the like, the expectation the guy's gonna do it, the guy might get undercut and be like, "Well, I was gonna, damn it." But at the same time, like, I don't think I would be like, I should be like, women should only be proposed to, because I feel like when I say that, I'm like, I sound like more single than I normally am. So, but like I definitely, cause like I'm also, I'm gonna turn the whiteness up in here a little bit. That happened in Friends where like Chandler was proposed by Courtney Cox's character Monica, and it was like done in a way where I was like, he's enough of a beta male where that makes sense. Because Chandler Bing's that dude who's just like, I don't do sports. That character who's I tell jokes. He's me, guys. That's what he is. And, so like I get that. And honestly, like I'm probably into the kind of person that would propose to me just because I just like women that just tell me things because it's so much, it just saves me time, money, and effort. Like, just do this. Got it. Because I don't know, nothing pisses me off more than asking a question and getting not an answer.
No, so in this situation, it was strange because not only did he say no.
Why? Way to bury the fucking lead. This motherfucker went, no. Get up.
No, I mean, like, he just kind of like shook his head. No, he's like, no.
Because of like the way?
And then proceeded to grab her best friend's hand and they got up and tried to walk out.
You really did bury the lead with this shit, bro. Oh my god!
I gotta see this video.
Talk about a backfire. God damn.
Yeah. So like I seen him get up, walk out with the girl, whatever, and the girl dad was like, "What the fuck? You gonna do that to my daughter? I kill you, man. I kill you." I'm like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, I want a video play over because I want to see how she looked when she saw her friend get on one knee. You know what I'm saying? Knowing damn well you fucking her man. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. So I rewatched it and I looked at her face. As soon as she got down on one knee, the girl rolled her eyes because she knew. I'm like, this bitch. Like,
did you see that one? It reminds me of that one TikTok where like a girl surprises her boyfriend at college, and when he sees her, he like hugs her really tightly and then like turns her, and then you see a girl like scatter out of his room real quick. Same energy. Like,
so you know how when men get a no from women when they get down on one knee.
yeah.
Got everybody around there, people laughing, everybody got a reaction.
Right.
I feel like if women gonna do that, they have to get the same reaction. She pathetic just as if she had said no to him, he would be pathetic. She pathetic too.
Oh yeah.
Curtis, what would you do? You dating a girl, she get on one knee in front of everybody.
I mean, if it got to the point where she got to get on her knee, I'm pretty sure because I have conversations. I feel like I communicate what it is and what it ain't. So if she getting on one knee, she's desperate for something that she knew wasn't going to happen.
You would look at her like,
she just made herself look like a fucking idiot.
She's again, say no?
But yes, but not because.
I feel like you can say yes in the moment.
No.
Will's like, you can be nice.
But check this out though. If it was going to happen, it's going to happen. And I'm gonna do it before she even gets to that point.
Right.
So if it ain't gonna, if you on your knee, that means it was never gonna happen. At least for me.
Right.
So again, pathetic. She's fucking pathetic. She should have.
Dude, I really respect the fuck how you were like, no, you're pathetic. I like that shit that I'm like, get up.
and then your homegirl just took your man's.
That's that shit that's got me fucked up. That like,
I don't want to tell a story.
Ooh, yeah, you were like, but you did the Billy Mays, but wait, there's more. Like, and I think that's
this
great.
one is a script now.
And then the dad took a chainsaw out. I'm like, Will.
Yeah, now I'm like, ooh, shit, that's got to be terrible.
I mean,
because like I've always heard people go, if someone say no to a proposal, is the relationship over?
That is an interesting question because honestly, like, so timing is such a huge factor, and I think that it's like it's a sign of a healthy relationship to be able to say, not now. You know what I mean? I think that's healthy as fuck because frankly, marriage, people be jumping right into it, and like there's a lot of things you got to factor in legally, financially about marriage and stuff. It isn't just an expression of love; it's a change of life status.
Right.
And like I think that if someone's no is based on like the financial and everything else situation,
That's a good reason to say no.
you should be able to look damn into the 80 Snapchats that are looking at you at the time and go like, we are not in a place to do this. And I mean,
girl, I live in my car.
were you gonna sleep the trunk? What
You
the fuck?
come and visit. What are you? We are not in a good spot to be trying to get married.
Our snap streak's only 13, girl. Calm down. Like, no, I like with that stuff. I feel like I probably like. First of all, if you're proposing, I feel like my final call answer on this, now that I know all the facts, is like, if you're doing that, if you're a girl proposing to a guy, you need to be stone cold sure he's not gonna be fucked up about it. Because there's guys out there that would be like,
I can't believe it.
oh my God, not saying that'd be me. I mean, here's the thing, girl. If I'm dating a CEO who makes it so I don't gotta work, girl, what took you so long? That's my answer.
If a chick proposed to me and I was down to marry her, I'm gonna say yeah. But if there was no prior conversation about this, or if there was a prior conversation,
you already addressed that though. You
know
said
what I'm saying, like, I'm just saying specifically if in that situation where he took the friend, like, bitch, you pathetic. But if this, like, we had a conversation about marriage and we want to get married, I'm not having a problem with it.
No, but I felt like you already addressed it when you said
Communication.
Right. When you said that if the relationship was leading there, you would have done it.
Right.
So her doing it is nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, let's say
you're a great communicator. Obviously, I feel like at some point and part of the relationship, you had to have talked about marriage.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
So,
but you'll be surprised how many people don't.
Yeah, it's messed up.
I understand that. I do my best not to talk in absolutes because there's always exceptions.
Yeah.
Always exceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I understand. But for the most part, people get married. They talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Is marriage something you want to do? Because some people don't want to get married. As you know, is marrying me is something you can see in your life. You can't just up and be like, "Let's get married." You be like, "Bitch, I've been fucking your best friend."
Yeah,
since
that's the thing that's
before
got me
we got
fucked
together.
up.
Like,
Yeah, I gotta see the video because I want to see her face.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're gonna be looking for
gotta
those
see the
eyes.
Friend face, like, I'm gonna be watching her the whole time, like.
you go, oh,
yeah.
I had to rewatch. I'm like, I gotta see her face because she knows.
Yeah.
And then like, if they was close enough friends, you knew she was gonna do that shit.
Mm-hmm,
Like,
especially like maybe she knew about the cheating and that was her like
Willful
really like
ignorance.
willful. Yeah, more than likely, sadly.
All
Like,
right. So let's.
some man in Florida set an alligator on fire. No, or
Oh
something.
no! A 55-year-old man goes viral after he married his 18-year-old goddaughter.
Oh, it's so much worse.
Have you seen this, Curtis?
Yes, I'm insane. Bro, that shit is wild.
Wild.
That is like that's like we don't even have enough time to talk about how the levels of fucked upery that with that.
All right, so let me just talk about briefly what I know about it, I guess. Again, the headline, 55-year-old man goes viral after he married his 18-year-old goddaughter. Now, he was the godfather and pretty much helped raise her. Pretty much the father figure in her life. She went missing. Well, she ran away. And he was out, all on social media, help me find my goddaughter, up and marries her. Now, maybe I got this whole marriage thing confused, but usually you're dating or fucking somebody a while before you marry them. So how
old fashioned, but
right? It's so they fucking it. She was like
16.
Go for it, god daddy. Like fuck regular daddy, just god daddy. No, that's just weird. And then like her mom got on the live. I was like, I don't condone that shit.
hopefully.
It's Florida, you never know. And then they trying to defend themselves. I'm like, no, you sound stupid, and you know you sound stupid. That's just weird. What was Woody Allen? Is that Woody Allen?
Oh yeah, Woody Allen married his daughter.
Yeah.
And that is a story that it confounds me to this day.
I guess he said Woody Allen could do it.
I mean, yeah, but Woody Allen also makes movies that are so solid that we don't mind they're made by Woody Allen. One of the worst things in my life ever is one of my favorite movies of recent memory is one of his movies, and I hate it because he is not a good person. Midnight in Paris, Owen Wilson basically time travels to the 1920s and goes, wow, a lot. Tom Hiddleston plays F. Scott Fitzgerald, which is kind of fun, you know, but like, you know, I like, it's a real nerdy ass movie for me, but like, it sucks that like the guy who made it kisses his daughter in the morning and night. It's not great. It's not great. It sucks because like there was a whole HBO thing about that. Did you see that? Like,
no, I haven't.
It was like Allen versus Farrow or something, where it's literally about Mia Farrow, one of the more famous actresses of all time, like what her take was when all that shit was going down, because that timeline's so fucked up. We adopted a daughter, and he was just like, word, you know. So, I actually couldn't get past like the second episode because I was just like, I need a fucking cigarette. Jesus Christ. This is terrible. Like, I feel like I'm going through a trauma.
All right, man. We widen towards the end of the Will Hill Show. You got anything you want to say? Any hot takes?
Any hot takes? Man. As a white man, no. I'm kidding. As a straight white man, probably not. No, I mean, honestly.
No one cares anyway.
D&D is awesome and play it. That's probably all I'm saying. Because I got that going on in like 20
For the people
minutes.
who don't know what D&D is, Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. It's so dumb and sad and a testament to me that I don't think you guys already know that. But, you know, yeah, it's just really.
Curtis, did you know? Okay.
Yeah, I'm literally hosting a D&D thing like 30 minutes from now. But no, yeah, I mean, Ty Senjanin comedy on my YouTube.
Hold on, we go get there.
Sorry. Tyler, stop it.
I forget what. I always ask this to all my guests at the end. If you could have one of these for life, what would you have? Tacos or wings?
Wings, probably.
Wings?
Yeah. I'm a wing guy. I love tacos. Tuesdays are great, but like, you know, I'm a wing Wednesday guy.
Boneless or bone in?
I'm good with both, but my fat ass likes boneless because I can be like, you know, I can eat that shit real good. But when it is traditional, that shit's a freaking like white bone.
Yeah.
to my detriment, because it is my responsibility, because I will be called out if I don't.
Do you have any? Do you believe in any conspiracies? Are you a flat earther?
Yeah, we looking to get a flat earther on the podcast.
I actually do. Okay, so this is one guy I know named Bleep, and he is like, I'm gonna talk to Connor because if I can get him on here, dude, you would literally go like, no, we're doing a 3-hour episode. We're doing a 3-hour.
Send him my way.
Oh my god, I sent a snap where I got my vaccine and went, bro, you put poison in your body. And I went, what? I went, it's too late, bro, I'm dead. He's that guy.
We don't smoke cigarettes, do we?
Me?
He know the dude that.
Oh no, he just, actually, you know, it's funny. The last time I dropped ass with him, I think he did smoke cigarettes. But like,
poison one way or another.
There's one conspiracy that like I thoroughly like believe in, but I'm trying to like remember what it was because it's one of those stupid believable ones.
Yeah.
You know, like the ones where you're kind of just like, damn, what the fuck? It's like someone's father. Oh yeah, there it is. Frank Sinatra is the he has a son that who the hell is son? It's Mia Farrow. That's what I'm thinking about. One of Mia Farrow's son is allegedly Woody Allen's kid, but the son, like if you Google this shit, he looks like Frank Sinatra.
Huh.
Like it's one of my favorite ones ever. Family Guy does a couple bits on it, and you're like, what the hell? And it's like funny because Woody Allen, he talks like this, and he's really like, you know, like that really nervous white guy talking guy, and like his son will come up and like, hey dad, how's it going? What's going on? Like a perfect fucking jawline and shit. And like when you think about like what the Woody Allen family dynamic was, the idea of Mia stepping out with Frank Sinatra at his prime makes sense. In the HBO doc, it cuts to him. And it's almost like a comedic bit where like he's like, and there's my son blank, and it cuts to him, and it looks like he's about to start singing like like my way. I'm just like, oh no, that's definitely one. And like it's so funny because I like conspiracy theories that are just plausible. Like I'm not one of those people like lizard people. Like I'm not one of those guys, but I like the ones where it goes like, did you know that Kellogg doesn't put enough strawberries on there?
And that Pop-Tarts.
Those Pop-Tarts are light.
I like conspiracy theory, just I guess surface level, right?
Yeah.
When people could explain it and you explain it well enough, where I go, that shit could be true.
Explain it like for the dummies.
Huh?
Explain it for the dummies.
Like ones. Okay, so like I always call them. They're called the plausible line, I think, because there's like a pyramid about conspiracy theories, like how they grow and how, like, you know, from QAnon to like the moon landing and stuff like that. Like the moon landing is the one that dances it because there's a lot of evidence behind how, like, you know, let's all be real, the government lying to us in the 60s, probability quite high. So, you know, there we go. And also the fact that there was a lot of like pressure for America to get there first. So like there's just a lot of logic that is sound, and like the idea that all it would require is a soundstage and a lot of secrets is a little bit more plausible than, you know, like JFK was a lizard man. There's a difference between those two. And also the JFK assassination ones have plausibility where it's like they like Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy, and it was actually, did you know this is something that is talked about on Connor's podcast all the time? George W. Bush was asked where he was, was asked where he was during the JFK assassination. He said, I was in the state, but I can't remember where I was.
What?
That's an actual fucking quote. Could you imagine being the interviewer? Like,
in the state? Just
he's like, I was there, but I don't know what I was doing. Bro! That's called a white alibi. And, God damn. But yeah, like that kind of shit. Like
we're
we're
talking up, so I'm just old now. I don't remember.
He wasn't old in '67.
That's true.
He was a virile man with a good aim, I bet.
Dick Cheney. No.
That's God. That happened. Sorry.
Not Alec Baldwin. I was just we ain't got time to talk
we
about
ain't got time about it.
Alec Baldwin killed the man. All right, Ty, if you want to tell the people what
Woman, and it was an accident. That was terrible.
Yeah, he killed someone and injured another. Ty, if you could want to tell the people where they can find you, sir.
Great segue. No, yes. YouTube is where I put a lot of my comedy set stuff on here. It's Ty Senjanin Comedy. I also sometimes on the podcast, It's Just Bits, but I'm always on the subsect of that podcast, It's Just Crits. It's D&D, a bunch of shitlords playing D&D, and it's quite funny. But that's probably
plug
all
your
my
socials.
My social, it's funny because I have the
fuck. Yeah, what's up?
Fuck. You know, it's just one of those ones where like my handles are always like so lame because I made them when I was 16. So that's why I'm like, you don't gotta know my shit. Thespian Jester on Instagram. But no, that'd just be about it.
All right, make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms. Simply Just Will. Make sure y'all are join the Patreon where we put more exclusive content. Make sure y'all following Curtis on his webpage, createdbycurtis.com. Go to thirdpostmedia.com. Post like your heartbeat, not post and plus all this stuff y'all be doing. Thirdpostmedia.com. That's where you can find everything that we do. Anything else? You got anything you want to add?
Have a great fucking day.
Anything, Curtis? All right, y'all. We out. Boop. Boom. Just like that shit.